Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are one of my returning crafty friends and kindred spirits, thank you so much for dropping in and hanging out today. Today is going to be another, I want to do another signature in my Anna Green Gables album. And this is an album that I'm going to use for photos, for memories, memorabilia. And this is part 3. So let's get started. With this one here, I had already put in these 2 little flips that were, I actually put them into the little sleeve before I attached it to our little hinge or spine here. And so I already had these little flips in there as well as this one. So I just want to add 2 these. I already went ahead and I made a couple little pockets. So I thought that I'd like to have a couple pockets here. Now this piece, the kit that I'm using, if you are new, is from Angela Kerr. And it was initially gifted to me by my lovely friend Chris. I'm just trying to find another piece of that, which I can't. But this was one piece. I think I might have used it. So when I wanted to use it for the envelope, I wanted to have my little hinges here, my little expanders, I don't know what your little tabs there, just so that when I put my pocket down, I have a little bit of room in there to put things, as opposed to just gluing it down, which makes it a little bit of a tighter space. With this one here, I actually had the tabs as part of the pattern paper, but I didn't have enough to do the tabs here, so I just made some, and I just cut an inch piece of just some 32 weight printer paper, a little bit heavier than your normal copy paper, and then I just made and glued on a couple of the hinges. So I thought that those would be cute addition there, and I'm just going to use some glue. You could use your tape runner. I'm kind of liking this Tombow Clear. I've never really used it before, but it was, I believe the kids put it in my stocking maybe last year. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I've had it kind of in my stash, and I thought I'm going to pull that out and use it. So I want this a little bit towards the bottom so that I have room at the top to put some things in. And where the pattern paper behind this is a grid paper, it's a good way that I can line up my pockets just to make sure that they're kind of level, kind of even across the bottom. So, so we'll get this one down on there as well. The weather seems to have cracked a little bit here. It's been, I think today was around the freezing mark. The wind chill was a little bit colder. There's still tons of ice around. My neighbors are out there hacking at the ice during the daytime, but I figure it's going to melt when it melts. Okay, so there's my cute little pockets. And then for now, I'm just going to leave her. I love that panel. And then now I'm just going to work on this back page. So I've already cut out some bits and bobs that I want to use for this one here. The first one that I want to get down is I cut a piece of paper that was, it's about 10 1/4 inches, but more importantly, it's going to allow me, I left enough room to have a pocket and then allow that to fold. Okay, so the thing with this is if I glue this down, then my pocket is going to be quite tight. So if I wanted to put something in it, it would be a tighter pocket. But for this, because it's on this flap, I'm okay with that. For this pocket on the side, I want it maybe to layer a couple tags in there or just some little bits and bobs. So I wanted that to have a little bit more room in the pocket. For this one here, I'm going to add a little bit of my score tape, and then I'm just going to put just a wee little bit of glue as well, just to get that down. This score tape is really good. I only started using this the last, I don't know, maybe couple years. And a couple of the journals that I have, the one that I showed you on part 1, that little journal, I didn't use the score tape. And one of the pockets had kind of let go. I've since fixed that up, but... And for what we're doing here, I wanted to do this because I wanted to start collecting some of my photos. I used to scrapbook a lot, and I don't now, not really. Like, I keep junk journals and stuff, but like a proper scrapbook, I don't really do that. So I kind of thought I'd like to start doing a little bit of a scrapbook and kind of have a place to collect my memories. But if that's not something that you'd like, then you could do this on a smaller scale. And this would be a great gift for somebody. You know, a wedding album, a baby album. I've done it for the girls when they graduated high school and university, just to keep their memories. So yeah, and as well as some of the ideas that I was showing you, like the idea from last week with this little fold-up card and the easel. You can also put that in a gift card, like to make a card, which is where a lot of my ideas have come from, is from the times that I was a card maker. Right, so I want to put this one on, but it's going to influence the back page. So I think I'll wait on that one. But I also have a little pocket that I want to add on to this one too. But again, I think I'll wait until we actually get to that back page. So the only thing left on this side is I want to put another little pocket there, a layered pocket. I have left a little gusset, a little 1/4 inch gusset here, so that when this folds, I've got a little wiggle room there. You can see there's about 1/4 inch. So that will allow for a bit more that I could put in this pocket. And yeah, today at work was good. The day seemed to go pretty quickly. I had an appointment this morning before work, and it was over at the children's hospital, and it was so busy, the parking. Halifax parking is crazy. But I parked on level 6, and when I went to take the elevator down, because I had to go down to level 2, it just was stalled. It wasn't going, and then people started, getting in a group to get on the elevator. And I thought, I'm going to take the stairs. Now, I need a knee replacement and I need hip replacement surgery. So my joints aren't that great, but I thought, well, just go and do as much as you can of the stairs, and you can always get on the elevator at a different level. But I made it down 8 flights of stairs, but of course gravity helps. And then I said to myself, why don't you try and walk back up the steps when you're finished with your appointment. Is this going to tear my paper? Nope. And that's what I did. So I was very proud of myself that I actually did 8 flights of stairs, because for each level there was pretty much a full flight of stairs, and I had to go down, or 2 flights of stairs, so I had to go down. So I thought that was all right. I got to concentrate. I hope my head doesn't get in the way. I see I have a shadow here. I can't quite tell while it's going here. I think it's a little bit, we're struggling here a minute. Let's see. Let me line it up down here. Right there. I've been starting to watch this new series, new to me, on the telly. And it's, what is it, Darby and Joan? It's just a cute little murder mystery drama. Got a little bit of glue on that. And it's set in Australia. So I have Acorn. I'm in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So to get some of the British shows, there's BritBox, and then there's Acorn, and I've had Acorn for years. And so I'm watching Darby and Joan on that. So there's 2 series, which I've already finished, and there is going to be a third, I guess, but when I looked online to see when that was going to come out, it just said in 2025. So it's just cute. Okay, and then we'll get this little pocket down here. So then we'll have, like, we could put something in the pocket. I was actually going to leave that blank to put a photo on there, which I think, in hindsight, I think I will, which is fine. So I'm just going to leave that as a mat, because this would be good for a 4x6 photo. So I'm just going to leave that, and I can use that pocket somewhere else. Okay, so we've got that, we have this, and then now we're starting on the back page. And with this one here, I just want to make sure that's good and dry. So I haven't quite designed what I want to do with this back page, except that I'm thinking I'm going to hook this on the back so that I've got another flip here, so that it will be a flip and a flip, which is fine. And then when I turn it over, that's going to form part of a little slide pocket. And then I want to do something else, maybe here, or maybe we'll leave that for a photo too. But I'm just going to go and let this dry, and then I'm going to cut out some mats, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's dry now, and we've got this part down. So I've put a backing paper on. That's from the kit, and that is just absolutely gorgeous. And I've also, so what we're going to do here is we've got this little pocket, and then we have this where we can do some photos. We can put a photo there. And then I just created another little panel that we're going to use as a pocket. So the front part here is going to be able to flip open, that we could put another photo here. And we're going to do some decorating of this too. Right now we're just creating the pages. So to get this pocket on, I've already put my tape down here. And I will put a little glue in there as well. It's now nighttime. It's about 9:30, I think, almost 10 o'clock. When I finished the first segment that we just did, I then ran off to Costco to get some vegetables for my Whole30, which is going very well. I'm very happy. I'm just feeling better, and this is day, oh gosh, I don't even know the date. Today's the 20th? Yeah, so this is day 20. And no cravings, touch wood. Okay, so then I'm just going to get this down here. I just want to line this up before I stick it down. As that's coming up. Okay, so there's our pocket on this side. Right, so we'll have something to stick in there. And when we open this up, so essentially it's going to go like this, just like this. And then when we open it up, we've got our flap, we've got a pocket, we have another flap, we have a pocket, and then we have a couple flips with some little hidden pockets there. So we got lots of space to put some journaling, to put memorabilia. And then when we, and then the other thing I was thinking is about putting a little pocket here, because I could have this as two photos, But I could also have this, and then I could have a little booklet with some photos that could tuck in there. So I wasn't quite sure. So I think for now I'm just going to leave it because it's kind of nice to have a couple panels. So that's the last part of this signature is the back side, is this side here. So I've already gone ahead and I've got my background paper that I'm going to use, which was from my paper pad. That Michael's pad, I've used so much of that pad, and it's this pad here. I just picked it up the other day, and the colors just really seem to go with my overall theme for this album. So then what's going to go here is a couple angled pockets. And the way that I did this was basically I just took I should have had an example ready for you, but I just took a piece of paper and I just measured how wide I wanted it. So I knew I wanted it to span this back page. So I just measured, I think that this was just short of 4. So then I would double it, and then I'd add an inch so that I could do my score lines on each side. And the score line that was on this side is actually inside there. It's right there. So I folded one end under and glued it, and then I have a flap, and I did the same at the bottom. So you want to leave about a 1/2 inch at the bottom. And then I just measured down from the top 2.5, and then did my diagonal cut. Now to get this panel on, I did practice on scrap paper because I didn't want to end up cutting this and then cutting it wrong. So I just wanted to make sure that I had the exact sizes for this. And what I did for this is I had a piece of paper from one of my Michael's pads that I absolutely loved. It was this paper, and it was a 12 by 12, and it essentially went like this. So I chose which panel that I wanted to go on my Dutch doors. My Dutch doors there. And then I have this little piece left over. So I measured it just exactly how I would want it. And then the top of that piece of paper is here. So the paper was kind of like this here. Like that. And then I cut my strips, and then I cut my diagonals for my panels. And then I glued those on. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just glue these down onto my background paper. Okay, and then as a little closure, I made this little butterfly here that we can slide in between the doors, and then that will keep the doors closed, like so. And then on the back of the little panel, I have a little pocket with a little hidden, where you can put a little hidden message there. And then on the back of the doors, so we could probably get this panel down. I'm just going to use the Tombow to get the panel down, as it seems to be working really well. I'll probably buy more of this for the albums. I find the Elmer's glue is great when I'm doing my collages and most of my other work, but for here, for the albums, I'm finding that that's pretty good. I do often use a lot of double-sided tape too. Okay, I just need to pull this down a bit so I can make sure that I got this. The light isn't that great in here this evening. Just need to pull this over a second. Alrighty. There, I think that's got that lined up pretty good. Okay, and then on the back of the doors, I had made these pockets to go on the back of the flaps here. I had initially thought I would go with those, but then I really like that better. So I had these pockets in my little scrap bin there, and I thought, oh, what would that look like? Because then we could put even a photo on the pocket. You put one of the little 2x3s on the pocket, and then we could journal about that. And I thought about putting some background paper on there, but I kind of think I think I don't need it. And most of the time, it's not going to be seen anyway. It's just going to be seen by me when I'm just thinking if I would prefer. I think I might wait and just put some background paper on there. Okay, I think I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be getting a bit tired. So I think we'll take a break, and we'll finish this up tomorrow. Okay, so just to finish off this signature, I did put a little bit of background paper there, and I put the little pockets on. And then I made just a couple journal cards for now. We'll decorate the front of those to go in here, and that will give us some space to put some photos, maybe put a few little maybe flowers or a little bit of ephemera on the front. Plenty of place on the back to either put more photos, some memorabilia, some notes. But I need something so that it's not going to fall at the bottom. So I just took this envelope, which was part of the add-on ephemera kit, and I'm just going to put it down on the bottom there. And then that will just stop those journal cards from kind of falling out the bottom. In the meantime, since last night, I was doing dishes, and I cut myself on the mandolin, and it just doesn't seem to want to stop bleeding. I did it about an hour ago, and it's still bleeding. So I'm going to put some of that score tape down, and then just a little bit of this Tombow glue. And then we'll put it right, try to put it in the middle-ish. I didn't measure, so, oops. So we'll put it right there, I guess. And then if we close the doors, yeah, perfect. So then we'll just set that there. It's just a little bit of stopper. I thought about doing a flip down, but the little hinge thing, I just didn't want it to be sitting on top of the background paper, that pink paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. So we could still put some photos and decorations on that too. So we've got our envelope down, and then that completes this signature. So just before I go, I do want to show just a little bit of Happy Mail. So I've got a couple more of that envelope sticking up so that I'm having a hard time getting my little closure there because this is sticking up. But there's more than one way to achieve something. Goodness, well, I don't know why that's sticking. Let's see here. There we go. I think it's because there's some glue on it from somewhere. Anyway, so we've got our little closure down, which is good. So that'll help keep the doors shut when we're turning the pages. So that's our signature for today. I might need to modify that a little bit because where's that glue coming from? It must be on here somewhere. Oh, that's lifted up and there's some wet glue there. Anyways, I'll fix that up. In the meantime, I'll have that fixed for next time. I just want to show some of the from the napkin exchange. So this one is from Rhonda, who made this lovely card. I'm going to be putting that in one of my journals. And I absolutely love that one with the deer and the trees. And then these are really interesting because they're almost like, they're like a material type thing, which is interesting. So we have that one, and then I love the scallop on that. I think that's sweet. And then we have another one as well, which I love. I love those scallops. I've not seen napkins around here with the scallop. And then we have, look at that one there. That'll be good for art journaling. And some florals. I have this in a green, so I'm liking having that in the blue. And then just some more florals. Another one with a little scalloped edge. And this would be very interesting in collage. Some lovely flowers and the toadstools, which I absolutely love. I've seen this one. Someone else might have given that to me too. I can't remember, but I have seen that, and it's just gorgeous. So there's a lot of uses for that. So thank you so much, Rhonda. And the envelope she made was really interesting too. It was like, oh, she did use some of the napkin for the back of the envelope, which I think is made it a really interesting texture. And then Debbie from California, I received her napkins, and there's some seasonal ones here, which I love. That one there, I love that. And look at Mr. Owl. That's special. Some ones I can use at Christmas time. I particularly love the deers. Love that poinsettia. Oh, and that one's, oh, that's nice. And then the pine cones, which I love, and I love the size of that too. It would make a good either little journal card or background. Love that. And that one, we have some snowflakes. Oh, look at Mr. Rabbit. Oh, and some Easter eggs. And the M. Oh, look. Oh, that's M for Mish. A little bird in a cage. Love that. And the butterflies. And this makes me think of like maybe Dutch or I don't know. It just makes me think of European in some way. Love the sunflowers. Oh, and oh, look at the pumpkin. I love that. I want to do a Gothic journal this year, so that would come in handy, as will that. So thank you so much for that, Debbie. And then lastly, I received some from Helen. So, oh, I knew I had seen one, but I'm happy to have two of those ones, so that's great. And love that pattern and the big size. I just love the sunflowers with the blue background. We got some foliage there, and then some lovely yellows for background. Oh, and I like that. And then we have some more meadow flowers, some wild flowers, and those are sort of my colors too. Some other flowers. I'm just going to have so much fun using these. I got to think of interesting ways to use them. I think maybe I'll do a video and just have all kinds of techniques in one. Maybe not ones that are particularly new to me, but oh, and I love that too. So thank you so much, Helen. But I'm going to run so that I can edit this video to get it out tomorrow, Saturday. But until we meet again, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.